My name is Victoria Diorio.
My name is Jasmine Nadine Boudreau, and I'm a second-year student at Dalhousie University.
My name is Kim Thompson.
My name is Richard McClellan. I'm the Manager of Energy and Environment at Halifax Regional Municipality.
I am Benjamin King.
My name is Jada Regan. I'm a third-year student at Dal.
Leadership has a lot to do with inspiration and motivation.
Leadership is setting an example.
It's not necessarily just like a stereotypical leader, like someone that takes charge. There's also quiet leadership. So there's like people that not necessarily you know are the leaders, but they're definitely helping with facilitation. And I think sometimes those are the most important.
I would describe leadership as more of a self-motivating kind of intuition that one has.
Leadership is about understanding a progressive or ambitious objective and being able to motivate a team to achieve it.
I think I just really appreciate people that are not in your face about leadership, but necessarily like more like quiet about it, but like they know what's up.
Leader in my life would be my mother. She is the strongest woman I know.
My mom and my older sister are leaders for me.
The leaders in my life have sparked exactly those qualities that I value.
Well, the good leaders are ones that are able to motivate me to be able to be emotionally invested into my objectives.
So professors in my classes would be leaders who lead from the front. They instruct, they're confident, they provide material and advice for bettering yourself.
I think that a lot of people want to make the world a better place, and they try to do that by looking at the world as a whole. And I think that if we all start in our own communities and our own inner circles, then work outwards, then we can achieve that much better than working inwards from the world as a giant mass to smaller communities.
I get very passionate about making change happen when I see nature in particular being impacted really negatively.
It feels good to help people.
What inspires me to take action in my community is the possibility for change or something, a positive outcome.
I would want to set an example so that people can view me as a person who sees everyone as an equal.
A small group of people can make a big difference if they're organized and passionate about what they feel.
Getting involved in your community or like finding things that you're passionate about, you realize that you already have these skills, or you figure out what other skills you want to learn to do better at.
By capturing people emotionally, they inspire just a little bit of effort, and the impact is more profound than a little bit of effort.
I used to live in Sheriff Hall in the New Eddy Wing, and so I decided to be an orientation week leader for the new students in the New Eddy Wing. And I feel as if I made a difference for them because I wanted to try to get them involved in university, because I've had the most fun in university, being super involved and really showing school spirit. And so I would say that would be that orientation week this past year would be an example of when I made a difference in someone else's life, would be the first years.
I've been particularly active over the last many years that I've been back in Canada and working with forest issues. So I made a decision to live rurally, and I was devastated to see the kind of clear cutting and the way the forests have been managed in my community.
In grade 6, my class volunteered with Feed Nova Scotia. So they were sending a climbing team of, I believe, 6 people to Tanzania, Mount Kilimanjaro. So they were climbing the mountain to raise money for Feed Nova Scotia. So my class decided we did, there's like rockathons and walkathons. We did like a climb-a-thon. So we built a rock wall in my school gym, and we climbed like collectively the amount that a climber did, and we raised, I forget how much money, but quite a bit for Feed Nova Scotia, and also brought like, I think about a van full of food donations. So that's probably the biggest leadership thing I've ever done.
First year, being in residence, you kind of just focused on that, but I decided to stay for the summer, and there was an email sent out being like, anyone want to do orientation week? And I was just like, sure, I'm here for the summer, that seems like fun. And then I discovered from doing from that experience that, what do you know, I like organizing, I like planning events, and that just kind of like sparked an interest. And since I'm already passionate about environmental issues and getting youth involved in politics, it just kind of like spiraled from there, and then I just kind of went crazy, like a ball rolling, and then just grabbed all these other things to do as well.
I was a leader during O Week, which I think helped to welcome students into the Dalhousie community and make that community a more welcoming place.
The Orientation Week leaders from last year made my first year orientation week such a good time that I wanted to be part of that same situation.
Seeing the climbers' passion to make a change helped me realize what a big change we were making, and really helped me want to continue with this and be motivated and succeed.
To make change right now, we have to, really be able to look at each other and see what each of us brings to this work and the need for change, and value each other, as equals.
How would you describe sustainability?
That's a good question, and I'm actually, the word's being overused and being claimed by too many people.
We've got to think big picture and holistically about that word.
I feel like it's so much deeper than that, because you just want to say people, because it's not about people, it's about living like everything.
Having enough means to survive, and not being dependent on certain factors.
It's not just about the land or the materials, it's about does it make sense to our personal health, our community's health, and the health, of course, of the planet.
It means so many things to so many different people, so I think that's what's really unique about it, but it's also problematic at the same time,
I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel kind of angered or depressed a little bit, just based on the resources that we've used up and how we're treating the overall environment.
It seems like a lot, especially because it's like the whole world that we're trying to save.
The people that are making big picture, like the political decisions, are not serious, are not paying attention to what's really going on. And that is incredibly frustrating.
It's kind of really demoralizing if you really think about it, how much plastic's in the water and how many forests have been cut down and can't be rebuilt because of the soil has just lost all of its nutrients. But then you can think about all of the proactive things that are now finally starting to come about.
There's work to do, but what I've seen is that small efforts multiplied by a lot of people can achieve what we need to do.
I think the fact that there have been improvements and there have been ideas that have succeeded.
We all need space to be able to dream and dream things into reality. And if we can do that, then change happens. It happens on an individual level, and that individual manifestation of it is what inspires other people to take the same steps.
I have a lot of faith in humanity and in people. I'm confident that we have the resiliency and the ability to deal with what we're facing.
You didn't do research on leadership before this. You tricked me.
Okay, what do you think of our current global situation? Okay, go.
Oh no! It's actually going. Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Hi, Mom.
Good one.
No, I got nothing.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
No problem.